Recently, United Airlines has fired one of their pilots due to alcohol problems, when really this man, it sounds like, sustained a concussion. My name is Hillary. I'm a licensed and certified speech-language pathologist who specializes in concussion and cognitive rehabilitation. So first of all, long story short, this man, Captain Michael Talon, I believe is his name, was traveling and was supposed to fly but the night before he had tripped on some cobblestones. He fell, he had laceration to his face, and that night he had concussion symptoms, slurring his speech, things he was saying to his wife didn't make any sense, and he took himself off the flight log for that day and said, "I cannot fly, please give me a replacement." And so someone took his place and he flew home. However, when he got back home, it had been reported that he was acting as if he were drunk. And for the next 2 years, he was put on leave, had to go through Alcoholics Anonymous, had to breathe into breathalyzers, and basically had to go against doctors saying this man has no history and no indication of an alcoholic dependency disorder, and had to basically state that he was an alcoholic. When he kept saying, "No, I am not an alcoholic," they said he was in denial and forced him to see a psychiatrist. So can this happen? Or basically, how did this happen? Because obviously it can happen. A concussion can seem like being drunk. A lot of patients come in and say something like, "Honestly, I just feel like I'm drunk." And as much as I never write that in anyone's actual report because it might look like, yes, they were drunk, it's true. So you can't focus on anything, your balance is impaired, your speech might be slurred, you make poor decisions. A lot of concussion symptoms look like drunk symptoms. And so, what these people did was basically tell him that he was an alcoholic, never look at his concussion, and at the end of the day, he was fired 2 years later for kind of giving up and saying, I'm not an alcoholic, like I went along with it and I did what you wanted me to do and I just can't do it anymore. So to that captain, I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I wish you had someone who could really advocate for the fact that you clearly had a fall, hit your head, you had lacerations to prove it, and it just really sucks that United would do something like this to one of their employees and one of their senior employees who'd been around for a while. My understanding is having good pilots who would do something like not fly a plane for those, for when they're not feeling well, puts everyone at risk if they're afraid to have something like that happen to them for something as simple as they fell and they hit their head. So United, do better.